I look at the movie, and I'm sure Bob does too, and I see my blood and tears up all over the place, you know. So we're part of a team of ultra creative people who all made contributions, and we're all kind of rowing toward the same vision. So it's hard to tell where one idea starts and the other begins.
Yeah, I mean, and Peter and I have worked together in the past at DreamWorks, not on Guardians, but on a couple other projects there. And so we have a really easy relationship. So there's, you know, so in that sense, it's a very collaborative thing. And then, you know, hooking up with Phil and Chris and Rodney, who's not here, who just had a new child. Congratulations, Rod.
Congratulations.
You know, it was like it became sort of like this idea of like, okay, so we're all going to come into the room together and we're going to present ideas and we're going to get energy off each other and then we're going to try and make this thing and then you know, there was a funny line that Phil said, well, I think the movie will tell us what it's meant to be, which is both inspired and absurd. So, because at the end of the day, someone's got to tell the movie what it wants to be. But I think it just allowed for like a sort of a playful, collaborative room.
I mean, from minute one, I mean, that was one of our primary goals, to introduce Miles as a character that people could relate to and love, and to really pay tribute to, like, really the diversity of New York kind of became like a real touchstone. So that's why you see the hip hop in the film. You see there's special attention to just, you know, details of Miles' upbringing, his family, his kind of dual heritage. And so from minute one, I don't think any of us ever separated that out from the character of Miles. Well, obviously, we needed to establish like a look of picture and sort of a vision for what we wanted to do off the bat, because, you know, we had limited production time, and you know, that stuff, all that engine is going throughout the making of the movie right through to the very end. So you have to know where you're going. You have to have some kind of aesthetic target that you're going to hit. That said, once you do that, I mean, story is primary, and even all the visual decisions really come down to story as well. So
yeah. I mean, it was I think we really, you know, when we had this really sort of aspirational sort of concept with the visuals, which was like, oh, we want to present a cinematic expression of comic, of like the comic form and how are comics made, printing process, and all these things. And we started to break that apart and say, okay, so let's strip all these normal sort of camera language cinematic effects out of our movie, and let's create a comic book form of that. So that was something that was like, oh, that's a great aspiration, and it's really fun to talk about. The thing that was interesting is we started doing that, and then there were aspects of our story, Miles and his art, and sort of the interdimensional sort of ideas of glitching and things like that, and then there was just a really natural sort of like deepening of the visual look with the story, and they both supported each other in a way that I think we were even a little bit surprised how well it worked.